What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fun Box Podcast. This is Rob Webb. I'm sitting here with Sinatra Says. What's going on, dude?
Hey, Rob, what's up?
Not much. Oh, let me see. I can't hear you. There you go. There you go. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice.
Very good.
Fist length away from your face. Nice. Good. Awesome. But yeah, man. Awesome to have you here. I'm sitting here with Sinatra. We got Shelly here and Maggie off camera. They're gonna be our background noise, laughs or whatever.
We're having a party.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm pretty envious of this setup. This is so much more professional than mine.
Dude, thanks, man. I kind of like Jimmy rigged everything together and like, I don't know.
Fuck it if it works.
Yeah, if it works.
I have a monitor and a microphone. That's it.
Hey, man. Dude, what is it? 176K subscribers, something like that now?
Close.
When it gets to that high of a number, does it tell you exactly the number of just switches to K? And then like if say somebody else like one or two people more, unless it hits another 1,000, is it going to tell you?
It does on the studio, the dashboard, it'll tell you, but for just the viewer, no. They changed all that. They took the ability to see your count away. Just because what people were doing is when someone got canceled, they would do live streams of people's sub counts dropping. Oh. So they're like, we don't want you to do that anymore. It's mean. So they just took away the ability to see specific numbers.
Wow. Okay. Well, for those of you who don't know, this is Sinatra Says. He has a YouTube channel, Sinatra Says. He covers commentary videos. Pretty much. Political, cultural. Commentary videos about things and rebuttals to a lot of crazy things. I want to know where you find all the lunatics out there, because maybe I live in a bubble, but I see some of your videos. I'm like, damn, that's some retarded shit right there.
Yeah, a lot of it is retarded, but I get most of it from Twitter. I see something just incredibly dumb on Twitter. I'm like, all right.
And so you have to rebuttal it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put a video about it because like the Riley Dennis, you'll rebuttal a lot of what she says.
Everything.
And I'm like, who is this person? Why? And then sometimes it's like the I'll be on your page. I'll be watching these videos, and it'll just make me hate the world.
Yeah, it is a pretty pessimistic way to look at everything. It does. That's why I do the narration stories. Yeah. It's kind of a respite from that.
Yeah,
shit.
like creepy. The creep sin. Yeah, right.
That's the political world gets so toxic and overwhelming sometimes.
Like the police videos, I'll be on one of those sites and I'll just see these videos, like a compilation of these bad cops, just doing horrible shit to people, completely overstretching the law, and you start to get like this, like, fuck the police attitude. And it's like, man, all the good cops are getting like on the wayside and they're not even, and if you took a compilation of all those people and made like a, it'd be overwhelming of how many good cops, help old people put their tire on their car or whatever. I've had a cop help me put gas in my car. He made like a funnel out of like a cup. Like a to-go cup or something. And I'm like, oh, dude, thanks, man.
Well, that's one of the great things about YouTube is whatever you want to find, you can find it. Like right now I'm on this big aquarium kick. So that's all my home pages. Everything is aquarium videos. But if you want to see fuck cop videos, there are a million of them. If you want to see pro cop videos, there's a million of whatever you want, you can find.
Right.
But if you want to see something that'll challenge that, you have to look for it.
That's true. Like a lot of the, like I was on CNN, or if you like look at CNN and all the headlines are negative against either the president, and it's good to have. You have to have that balance. Because when the media completely dominates Orange Man bad.
Oh yeah.
You have to like find the good things, like they'll take anything, and just the headline itself is so condescending, and it like it doesn't even have to do with news. It's just something stupid that he tweeted about, and it's like, wow, man, that's what you guys are covering.
Well, that's what it is. Is the media has become anti whatever Trump is. He could cure cancer tomorrow. And they'll go around saying, Trump is racist because he's putting Indian doctors out of work.
Yeah.
It's like, what? He cured cancer. Like the jobs report dropped and people got mad that black joblessness is down.
Right.
It's like, why are you mad about that?
Yeah. Or
What's there to be
the
mad
prison
about?
reform type of stuff. Or there was like the employment. What I'll hear people say, and it's the perfect excuse, because then you're always right when. Oh, it was a trending thing that's why unemployment is down. It started trending when Obama was president, and everything that is good now is because of Obama. What a great, how convenient for your platform. With everything, you have to wait for the other president to come in for your shit to kick in. Like, is that how you? Is that what happening? Like, what's going?
Well, that's one of my favorite things I've seen so far. Is every time the economy's going very, very well, it's Obama set this stuff up. Obama did this. But when the economy's down, look what Trump did to our economy. We're down 2 points. But they're looking at just that little down curve. But if you pull it out, it's a down curve on an up curve, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, yeah. A lot of it, I'm such a dum-dum when it comes to anything really politically. I'm a dum-dum. I drink single barrel proof whiskey a lot.
It's all right.
Tell me about that time you said you died. Oh. You died drinking whiskey. I tried to get him to drink some single barrel.
I was at my buddy's house in Lakewood, and we were I was like maybe 21, just turned 21 if anyone's watching. I drank like a half a bottle of Jack. And next thing I know, I'm on the ground puking. I passed out. My friend had to come wake me up, drive me home. I have not been able to smell Jack since. Ooh. I puked so hard I like tore my esophagus somewhere. Yeah. So I was puking up. I cannot even smell Jack.
Yeah, man. It's unfortunate. Sorry to hear that, man.
We were playing
it's the nectar of the gods.
It's fine. It can be the nectar of your gods. We were playing whiskey pong. So like everything was a shot.
I did that with Maker's Mark once.
Oh fuck, Maker's Mark too. I like rum, just straight rum.
Is there like any specific Sailor Jerry's?
Sailor Jerry's.
You like Sailor Jerry's?
Kraken's
like
good in a pinch, but Sailor Jerry's is the preference.
I actually was a Sailor Jerry's guy for a minute. My early 20s. Oh man, I went to got wrecked with Sailor Jerry, and it's like 92 proof too. Mm-hmm. And that like extra 12 proof or whatever number, it makes a difference.
It does.
Surprisingly, man. It's like, this is 129 actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I was at my mom's house today, and she had some Italian liquor that was licorice liquor, and I took one sniff of it. No. Licorice by itself is fucking nasty, and licorice liquor is worse.
Oh yeah. Jägermeister always like that black licorice taste. Ugh. Not a fan.
No, Jaeger is terrible. Jaeger bombs are worse.
Mm-hmm. Not a big Jaeger bomb fan.
No, not really. We were just watching, what was it, ghost videos?
Yeah.
You said you had a couple paranormal experiences. Tell me one.
Oh man, where to begin? In the apartment was the weirdest thing. Somebody whispering your name like right on top of you, like if somebody comes up to your bed and goes, Rob, and like you open your eyes and nobody's there. Oof. I wasn't sleeping. I was just like trying to sleep because I had to get up, for work. But it's like one of those moments I hate it because people are always gonna be like, you're probably dreaming. It's like, dude, I'm not stupid.
Like, no, I was awake. I know what happened.
I was awake. Just that alone was probably the creepiest thing. Just because it's somebody saying your name. Like for sure, and then you open your eyes and nobody's there.
Right.
And so immediately I kind of reacted like, yeah. I had to start talking, like, yeah,
talking out to nobody.
Yeah. So yeah, things and stuff. Maggie.
That's good. I lived short amount of time. I think it was just over a summer with my ex at the time. We lived in an apartment above a retired funeral home. We had access to the basement. The basement still had everything. The lockers, the fucking drain in the floor, the tables. Like, they just got up and left. I think the church that was next door owned it, and they evicted them. So they left everything there. We rented the upstairs, and it was a CPR building downstairs. So we rented the upstairs. And when we were there, the priest was like, listen, rent this like $200, $250 a month. It's yours. Do not go in the room that's adjacent to the main bedroom. Okay.
Okay.
So we're getting ready to leave, and her little brother was staying with us for a few days. He's like, "Oh, I'm playing with my imaginary friend Calvin." I forget the real name, but it was Calvin Haynes, something like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to check that fucking room. And I just took a pair of scissors and I jimmied it open. It was just a cheap fucking door, and there were school papers in there from a kid who died. It had a obituary. It's like boxes and boxes, and on the top of the one box was a obituary for a Calvin Hayes. And then it was school papers, toys. There was like cap guns, like old toys, 50s, ads from the 50s, papers from the 50s. I was like, fuck that. They ended up tearing the place down. I don't think anyone wanted to stay there.
Jeez. Yeah, but I lived in this. It was a house that was built freshly built. I mean, so there was no history in this place. And then they rented it out after they built it, and our family moved in. First people to live there. That place, it could have been this. Like when I was a kid, I was raised Christian, and we would go to church every Sunday. And I felt kind of, I guess, as a kid, you get this complex. I felt pretty much, unstoppable? What do you call, like I was immune to
the world
or evil and like the devil or whatever. And so I made my own Ouija board, and I had like a glass that like hovered around. It was able to slide really well. I never got to communicate with anything though, and I would call out demons specifically to try to.
That is risky behavior.
I know, for like a 10-year-old kid, like why would I do that? But I would not do that now, like at all. I wouldn't even try it. But nothing would happen. But I would do that every now and then because I was always into that kind of thing, and just felt like I was untouchable, you know. And maybe that's why that place was so freaking weird, like just because of me. And my brother, I told my brother that, and he's like, "Thanks a lot, dude." He's the one. He's the one that got the blunt of the. If that was from me, he got the blunt of it because he saw this. Like I told you, he saw that creepy, like shifty, like shadow guy creeping around in the hallway in the living room. And he like turned around. He was in the bathroom, turned around, seen it, and he's just like, "Oh!" And he froze. You know.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
We saw our somebody pounded on the door from the inside of our garage. We had a door that led into the garage, and somebody was pounding on that. Oh, somebody was probably just inside of your garage. Yeah, that would suck too.
Yeah. I think I would know if someone was in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like what? He was in there for like a week, like just chilling. He was like, finally, only the kids are up. I'm gonna pound on the door now.
You ever see those stories about a guy who was living in a woman a woman who's living in a guy's attic for like 4 months?
Oh,
and
yeah.
He does.
Jeez.
How do you not? She's just sneaking
food
downstairs, stealing fucking lunch meat and shit. Like, how do you not notice someone else living in your house?
Yeah, I think that is scarier than a ghost.
I think so too.
Yeah, like an actual person. That's why I always like Michael Myers, like those Michael Myers movies, the best, because until they got into like these weird cultish reasons of why he can't die. But other than that, it was just the guy in this creepy ghost mask or whatever. I think it was a William Shatner mask or something. And anybody could be Michael Myers at that point, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's realistic. Like Jason, Freddy Krueger never freaked me out because it was like there were like ghouls, monsters, like the undead, or Freddy Krueger killed you in your sleep. Like as a kid, that wasn't even scary to me.
Right.
I was like, that's not realistic. What's realistic is a guy with a chef knife that's wearing a creepy white ghost mask, and
yeah, I think people are definitely more fucked up than whatever we can come up with.
Yeah,
like that's another thing you see in the news, just people doing horrific shit. You're like, that's something you wouldn't even see in a movie,
right?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like even people's fetishes. You think
oh boy,
like damn man, if you need like a ambulance on standby and like a bunch of like plastic sheets, you need to like chill out. So relax, and like go to a more traditional porn site, like a more traditional category.
I know one girl. Her and I talk sometimes. You know where I'm going with this. Her name's Charlotte Sarter. She's a porn star, and she does the most insane shit. She flies to Prague to do it because she doesn't want to do it in America.
Oh my god.
I think the last
right.
thing I saw her promote was her getting fucked in the ass with a foot.
With a foot.
An
A real
actual
person?
foot. Yeah. Like some guy's foot or some girl's foot just fucking her in the asshole.
Wow.
She's a trooper.
Yeah. It's something you work up to.
I think you have to. You can't just start with a
one
foot.
day go with a foot.
But
Yeah.
she said she likes going to Prague because, and I'm not making this up, they have the special anal healing cream that she needs.
Oh, jeez. I love hearing like Dr. Drew. I love hearing his response to these things because he's a doctor and he understands like the physics behind the butthole and like what it's capable of doing. And it's like there's going to be some irritation when it comes to certain. It's like, yeah, I bet.
I wonder at what point do you go, I think I need to quit doing anal scenes. When a foot's comfortable, I think you'd pull it back a little bit.
Yeah, just like, then what's the next thing, you know? Like, I don't know. How do I second that?
Yeah, how do you follow up a foot?
Like Jim Norton's like, what am I going to do? Bend over, honey, while I fill you with averageness and mediocrity.
Love Jimmy. He's great. We saw him for my birthday last year, didn't we?
Oh, you guys saw him.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of my. He's in the top 10 for me for sure.
Yeah.
He was on The Irishman, the movie. Have you seen that yet?
Yeah, I saw it. She didn't want to watch it.
It was a long movie. It's long.
It's a Scorsese.
Yeah, it's super. It was good. The only thing I didn't like is, I don't know, the blue eyes on De Niro. His blue eyes was creeping me out, and the CGI they did with the age. And like I could totally tell they're still old. You remember that part where he comes out of that. Somebody fucked with his daughter and he beat that dude's ass. He looked like an old guy beating somebody. Yeah, he's all stiff. Like
you could tell he's old because he's moving pretty slow.
Yeah,
but it was like the most unconvincing fight scene I've ever seen. But the story of it was really good. I read Sharon's book, and the one thing they didn't touch on in the movie that they really got into in the book was that gun shipment.
Oh, yeah.
Those guns were used to kill JFK. And Sharon knew it, but it was only implied in the movie.
Yeah.
But it was really said explicitly in the book.
Well, I didn't know much about this guy at all. I think maybe I heard of him, just in like gangster documentaries or whatnot, but I thought it was going to be the Irishman in Cleveland.
Oh, Danny Green.
Yeah, Danny Green. I thought they were going to like redo that Kill the Irishman type of movie.
Needs a fucking redo.
It does. I saw it again. I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, Christopher Walken's in it. Awesome. I watched it again. And I'm like, dude, this is awful, man. What the hell?
I watched it a while ago. I thought it was pretty good then, but I'm afraid to go rewatch it now.
Yeah, Kill the Irishman. Big fan. But so I thought Scorsese was doing that. I'm like, I got into the movie. I even told people, it's about Green. Like, totally convinced it was about that guy. I'm like, it's gotta be like Car Bomb City, the Danny Green, and blah blah blah, the Union guy. And because I knew Jimmy Hoffa, the story about Jimmy Hoffa, I didn't know if that was intertwined with anything with him. I'm like, well, it was just all kind of like
it kind of makes sense. Union.
Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't know anything about the You Might Paint Houses. I heard you painted houses or something in that book. I didn't even know about that, dude. So I came in that pretty blind.
Ed Sheeran's book. Frank Sheeran. Maybe Ed Sheeran has a good book, but Frank Sheeran has a better one. I guess in real life he's like 6'4", 200 something pounds. He's a big fucking dude.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird seeing De Niro play this because he's a smaller guy.
Yeah.
And he's trying to play this big ass dude, intimidating everyone. Right.
And then Jimmy Hoffa, do they even know? Was he lying? Because I've heard 3 people confess to that murder.
Yeah, most people do it for attention, but his confession led to a body, but they couldn't identify the DNA from it.
Wow, I thought they like put him in an incinerator or something. In the movie, that's what they.
That's what the idea was. So nobody knows what happened to Hoffa.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Don't I don't know, man.
Don't fuck with the
mob,
union.
Yeah. Or the union, yeah.
Jimmy Hoffa, that's an interesting story in and of itself. I don't know too much about that, but the Ed Sheeran, the Frank Sheeran story is good.
Thinking out loud, baby, you find love.
Just him on Game of Thrones was enough. But no, the Danny Green story is really good. It's really good, but the movie didn't do it justice.
Yeah. Car Bomb City, Cleveland.
Yep.
There was like, what is it? Was it the Black Cuyahoga River where they find a bunch of torsos? Where was that at? What was it? It was had to do with like these Cleveland hits or the Cleveland mob scene. I know there was like an area somewhere. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's somewhere else. Maybe it's Chicago, where they just found a whole bunch of torsos. That's where they were just like dipping.
I don't know about that one.
But yeah, that was crazy. That dude was like, I don't know. He was working with the mob at one point and then stopped, and he was just like, yeah, whatever, fuck you guys. And he had a hit out for him, and he kept dodging bullets.
Literally.
Yeah, literally dodging bullets, and
They would try to get him when he was on a run. They would put
Yeah.
bombs on his car. Didn't they end up killing his wife at one point? Like they got everybody but him.
Yeah. And they finally got him, blew him up.
Yeah. Didn't they have to like rig his house?
I thought it was a car. I thought he got it.
I think you're right,
Car.
yeah.
And well, in the movie, who knows? I don't. If there's a book, I didn't read the book.
I didn't read the book either.
I don't read books. I was supposed to read Kill a Mockingbird when I was a sophomore, and instead of reading the book, I turned the book into a flip book, and I made a flip book of this guy, and he walks out, a stick figure that walks out, and he waves, and he pulls out a gun and blows his head off.
Oh shit.
And then all this blood hits the ground, and then this hook comes down and grabs the body and pulls the body up, and this woman with a like a vacuum cleaner comes up and sucks up all the blood.
I don't remember that book being that long to do all that.
Well, you have to like slow. It was like good thick. If you go and depending on how fast you flip it, and she goes off the screen, and then it's like the end, and the dude, my teacher, comes up to me and he sees like my book and it's all like worn, like it's like a fanned out since I've been like doing that.
Yeah.
And he picks it up and he goes, flips through the book, and he just hands the book back and just like shakes his head.
You couldn't do that nowadays.
Pretty much like you're hopeless. Like I can't teach you.
You couldn't get away with that now. You'd be sent to like the police
right.
psychiatric ward.
Jeez, dude, you know what's weird though about how sensitive people are nowadays? It's so fucking crazy. When it's like, how are you getting offended when you have the internet? The internet. I thought the internet was going to desensitize people, and it'll be. At this point, you should be able to do anything as long as you're not, being a bully to somebody. You should be able to say pretty much anything because you could go online. Didn't Rotten.com and like tuna sandwich, blue waffle, whatever shit like. Wasn't that enough?
It desensitized you to gory fucking gross things, but to opinions you don't like, apparently not.
But even opinions, it's like
I can't think of a single opinion that is worse than a blue waffle.
oh, right. I know. I'm just saying, like, if somebody's like, I went to the bar, and right after I chipped my tooth, and this dude goes, "Hey, didn't your mom ever tell you not to brush your teeth with a hammer?" And I was like, damn, dude. I was still kind of sensitive about it because it just happened, and I'm like, and I'm trying to always like, I was talking different. I still talk different because it's like I'm like self-conscious about my fucked up grill, but
right.
But I didn't really care because earlier that day I saw a guy put a whatever a jar up his ass and it broke.
Oh fuck that video.
So it's like I don't know. I'm just saying. It's just you would think this internet age would have like made everybody like, all right, it's really not that bad.
I think 2 Girls, 1 Cup was my
that was good
removal of innocence.
That is actually a good wholesome family fun compared to some stuff. That is like I actually love that video now.
Wholesome family fun
to show people because it's such a classic, obscene classic video. And when you see people and their reaction, it's just I love it, man. I can't get enough. Like
I guess one of the girls from that used the money from it to go to law school.
Well, that's good. Very good.
Did some with it, I guess.
That's how much money do you think you could get from that? I mean, I could see people doing it for drugs.
Yeah, probably. I think you would need at least 2 females just looking for money. $5,000
A piece?
Yep.
Wow.
Bitches be desperate.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need at least $5,000. That's probably enough to get you started at law
I guess
school.
so. Yeah, I suppose. All the textbooks and
It'll at least get you like 2 textbooks.
yeah, at least 2.
That's another crazy thing is college.
Mm-hmm.
You spend tens, dozens of thousands, scores of thousands. I don't know how much college costs. I didn't even fucking graduate high school.
Too much.
But you spend all this money to go to college to get a degree to do what with?
Yeah.
Unless you get a STEM degree. My buddy's an engineer. He's doing well.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I really don't understand what the use is for a lot of school nowadays when you could create your own catalog of or a portfolio of what you do. I've been in bookkeeping. I mean, there's things I can do that I have a lot of people can look back at. They're like, okay, he's done this in A, B, and C. Is okay, he's good enough for this, and that's like more in the entertainment business or into the live music type of thing. But it could be anything though. You go on YouTube. There's like tutorials for a lot of stuff. You could learn to be a mechanic. Without any school.
There's an entire thing for that called autodidactic.
Yeah.
It's where you teach yourself by just researching, watching videos. Yeah. I think every time I've ever had to fix my car, I watched a YouTube video first and I was able to do it.
Yeah, and I think what the degree is like it's proving to people that you're able to be taught. But isn't that what your portfolio would be? If you had a portfolio of everything that you do, like a resume. Isn't that what a resume is anyway? Like, or I don't know. Is there some way you could like prove that with the internet, especially if you have a YouTube channel, say you work on cars, like, I don't know. It's just, to me, I know there's certain things like being a doctor. There's a lot of careers that you definitely need like certain things.
Book learning.
Psychology, I don't know. Like, because I've heard of instances where you have to write an opinion piece and it's like, it's not the right opinion. Your professor would be like, no, that's not, you could get a bad grade or something on an opinion, in itself. So it's like,
unless it's an English paper, I don't know how you're going to get a bad thing about an opinion.
Yeah.
Unless it's like how you deal with a certain thing.
Yeah.
But I still don't think that's an opinion. I think that's a sorted out fact.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any college debt. I've never been to college. So yeah.
I worry about sending my kids to public school. I don't think college is in any of my kids' future unless they want to go for like a STEM field, engineering, something like that.
Coding.
Well, that's another thing you could learn to do from home.
Yeah.
I learned coding just by playing around on Gary's Mod servers.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
Gary's Mod, Counter-Strike. I learned how to do some pretty basic fucking Java CSS coding on that. Lua, that was a bitch.
I dropped out of my online school. I didn't like. It was a progressive course.
Did you go to ECOT?
I forget what it was. It was I was 18. It was a while ago. It was when HTML. You had to learn all that stuff. But what they did is they teach you analog first in the beginning and transformers and integrated circuits and the whole concept of like where your program's even coming from or software.
Yeah,
it's like they take you down to like just when you plug it in and like what that circuit is doing, what electricity. And I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know I had to do this. It was like taking me down to like the brass, like what the foundation of what a computer is based off of. And I'm like, dude, oh my God, when am I going to get into the good shit? It's like, oh man, I couldn't do it. And plus being 18 and partying, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't have the time for
big
that.
part of me not finishing high scholl.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was party and hang out with my buddies,
Yeah.
And looking back on it, I think that was probably the good decision for me because the year before or the year after I left high school, my principal was pinched embezzling like $55,000 from the school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you that's $55,000.
Nobody thought it was weird that he was driving a BMW except me and like my one friend, I guess.
Yeah, somebody got mad at me for I don't typically vote for school levies or any kind of. I always vote for lower taxes across the board all the time. That's just the way I do it. I think it makes me more accountable for my community when I vote. I don't want you to rip money out of my pockets. It's ruining my sense of community, my neighbor's sense of community. I mean, if you could, on top of like the insane taxes I have to do, because I have to pay this city's taxes and I have to pay Elyria taxes. I pay $100 a month right now because I slacked on the taxes to live in this fucking city. And
we're the only state with Rita too.
Yeah, Rita screwed me. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, I got a chip on my shoulder. I'm voting no on all the taxes. Why can't the kids get what they need with the money that they're getting already? Like, why do you need to raise it? Oh, what the thing was is they wanted to make schools safer, and I'm like, do it with the money you already have. Why aren't they safe already? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I just don't get it. It pisses me off. It's like that should be number one already done. We should have took care of that when I was like, since schools existed.
Yeah.
They should be safe.
Well, public schooling is the only thing I can think of offhand that we just keep throwing insane amounts of money at, and nothing. It just consistently gets worse.
Yeah.
No matter how much overall test scores are going down. Our suicide rates, this is the first time, I want to get this correct, the first time in America's history where the suicide rate and life expectancy have gone up and down simultaneously.
Right? Like the life expectancy
goes down.
So we're dying earlier?
Yeah,
or?
Due to suicide and ODs.
Oh, due to suicide. Okay, gotcha.
I don't know if they mix those together.
It's fine.
Okay. But yeah, our life expectancy is going down while suicide rates and all that are going up. If we're going to put money into schools, shouldn't they be helping with that?
Yeah.
Do you remember DARE?
Yeah.
Did that ever stop you from smoking weed?
No, because I remember being a kid and saying, I'm never going to do it. But then you realize, oh, it's just weed.
Yeah, that's all there was, weed. If they had taught us about heroin, fentanyl, crystal, that would probably be a little bit better off.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to show these videos. I tell you,
oh, fuck.
What they need to do for like drug classes. If I saw this video when I was a kid, I would have had nightmares. I wouldn't have touched anything.
No, number one.
Yeah, this is what drugs will do to you.
I think she is a good example of drugs.
Yeah, I was watching
nuts.
that earlier today. Yeah.
Put my coat back on. I'm fucking cold in here.
This guy. All right, this is a kid. Apparently, it's when that bath salt thing was happening.
Oh,
you might want to put headphones on for this one.
Stay down. Stay down.
You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself. Stay down.
Oh shit.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. We're here with you. Okay. It's
Oh my
okay.
God.
Stay down.
Dude, it looks like he's getting like literally like there's like some outside force
This is a
controlling
seizure or
his
something.
body. And there's moments of clarity that he has, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he can't control.
Oh my God.
He crashed. He went through a garage.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, we have that.
He crashed his SUV through an entire like.
This looks
garage.
like a city joint too, so this kid's fucked
Wow.
either way. He doesn't even look
Knocked me out.
like what, 17 maybe?
Like he's.
He was gonna hit you.
Oh, look at him, he's fucked
I
up.
think
All right. Calm down. Calm down. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down, buddy.
Look at his leg.
I tried to keep him down. I told him to stay down. You got a wall. You got ID.
He's like. He's flopping around the ground like he's wrestling. There's a part. It looks like he's wrestling an anaconda.
He looks like Ricky Bobby in Talladega Nights.
You're not on fire. But this freaked me out. The way he's reacting, and I'm just like, look at him. Oh my God.
And the cops don't even know what to do.
They don't know it. Yeah.
I don't know what I would do.
It
He was looking down.
All right, he's still. Let's cuff him, I guess. Oh, there he goes.
Wow. Whatever he's on.
Yeah, I was
that
right
sucks.
behind him, and I seen.
This should be in
He just
every
broke the
anti-drug
gate and
thing.
went right
Yeah.
through the
Should
hole,
be like
right in
videos
here.
like this.
Yeah, like that shit like kind of like ruined my day when I watched that for the first time. I was like, man, that's this guy, because it gets there's like moments where he's like, what the fuck, and then he'll like almost his butt cheeks push him up in the air, like his muscles tense up, and he's like fucking flopping around. But yeah,
Jeez. That shit is terrifying.
yeah,
If they taught that in school, I feel like we'd be a lot better off.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Because like, I don't even know what to say.
Right.
Give us more money to teach kids less.
Yeah, they need transgender bathrooms in Pennsylvania.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, Pennsylvania. They've spent what was it, $3.5 million or something on tax dollars to create gender neutral environment bathrooms.
Environment bathrooms.
So so
that
it's
just
like
outside?
so they have like everything. They had to revamp the entire bathroom system to cater to anybody. So they have gender neutral locker rooms, gender neutral bathrooms. They have like individual things. I'm all for private bathrooms. Just call them like install extra private bathrooms. That's fine and dandy, because sometimes I would want to use it. You know, I don't want to have people fuck with me while I'm shitting.
Yeah.
Like 8th grade is like the kids are like the most evil in 8th grade. Like
Oh, yeah.
7th and 8th grade. Dude, oh my God.
They used to take paper towels and wad them up in the water and beer pong
Yeah.
them into the stall.
Yeah, I'd rather go to the nurse's office and take a shit.
That's,
than,
that's what we had to do.
oh man. But
My stomach hurts. Can I use your bathroom?
But to me, I was like, why is this even a conversation? I was floored by how many people that I knew were like, oh, if it's not affecting you, or why does that bother? I was like, to feed the concept that your genitals don't matter to kids, to me, is fucked up. You're just perpetuating this idea that's not even real. It's like, okay, male and female bathrooms aren't fail-safe, but to me, it's the most fail-safe system than a room where anybody can go in. Imagine like, everyone's like the Lord of the Flies, like attitude. There's going to be kids where it's like, no, we got it at 3:00. This is or like
Have the bathroom gangs.
Yeah, the bathroom gangs is like, oh, the girls can't come in here this time. You know, just I could see weird
But
things like that happening.
That's another weird thing, is that they will eventually segregate themselves. The boys
Yeah.
are going to be like, all right, we're all going to go now. Then the girls are all going to go then.
Yeah, that's natural. That's just what happens. You go to anywhere in public, you see certain type of roles that genders play. Gender roles, people hate that, but it's just I think majority of society, there's like a natural thing that gender roles play into. Nobody's better than anybody. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you could see when families are in line for Cedar Point, or when you can see the mom and the dad and the children, and what role that man plays and what role that woman plays.
Yep.
And to me, to feed the concept that genitals don't matter, like, oh, you could just, I don't care if you want to dress like a girl, go ahead. If you want to be a dude that wears a dress, that's fine. Be a guy that wears a dress, but you can't be a girl. It's impossible. You could cut it off. You could do whatever you want.
But they're females because they identify as females. Don't you know that?
Yeah, dude, I'm so not.
Shut
woke.
up, bigot.
I'm so not woke that I was talking to Shovelface about that. If I banged a transgender man, which is a woman, used to be a woman, at least I'm woke enough to understand what a transgender man is now, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's a woman that used to be a man. No, it's a man that used to be a woman.
I just figured that out like 6 months ago.
Yeah. And if I banged a transgender man, I'm still like straight. And they're like, no. I'm like, well, the woke people would be like, no, you're gay. I'm like, no, what if that was my thing though? Like I'm only into transgender men. I'm not into real men. What do you mean, real men? What is that? Now I'm a bigot. What if I'm into only transgender men?
That's one of my favorite arguments I've seen probably in 2019 is if you won't suck a trans dick, you're a bigot.
Oh, geez.
I guess I'm a bigot then. Fuck it. I guess I'm a bigot.
Is that how you like? What about Native Americans, or like, I don't know, just any kind of like oppressed? Do you suck their dicks? Oh, you're you don't care about those people because you don't suck their dicks.
I have a friend of mine who's black, and that's his argument. He's like, if you're so, because every time he sees a white woke white savior thing on Twitter, he posts his PayPal link, and I don't think he's gotten a single donation from it. It's like, put your money where your mouth is. Here it is.
But yeah, we're running pretty far, 41 minutes or so. I'm going to wrap it up. Sinatra says, dude, thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
And just talking and hanging out.
Thank you for having me.
And coming out of your way, 176 subscribers on your channel, approximately.
Well, 176,000.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, 176,000. Dude, it's crazy. I don't know how you, YouTube. Yeah, you're going through an issue with that.
I'm really considering taking them to court.
I wish we had more time. I'd talk to you about that too. Maybe we can't. We could just keep talking, and I'll just take the best parts. I don't know, because I have an upload issue. I have CenturyLink.
Oh.
It sucks really bad. I don't know what to do.
Well, we can cut it there. We can do a part 2 at some time.
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Awesome.
Maybe I'll have an update for what's going on with YouTube then.
Nice. Yeah, because it seems pretty shady. Not
say the least.
Yeah, not allowed to be, not allowed to be conservative anymore.
I don't even know if I'm a conservative. I just react to things.
Well, not really. Yeah, I guess people would call you that. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it's a way to framework.
That's what I identify as. Yeah. Like some people identify as a woman, I identify as conservative, but I don't really put that out there. Yeah. I don't even have thoughts really anymore. I just react to dumb shit.
Yeah, right. I'm like, when it comes to liberal and conservative, I really don't know what those definitions mean anymore because I'm so liberal with a lot of things. Like I think prostitution should be legal. I think the DEA is a bunch of bullshit. If I can get weed when I'm 14, you fail.
Yeah.
I just think it's done. It's dumb. There's a lot of things. Liberal. What's liberal mean? Excessive. I think we drill oil liberally. Like I think it's okay to liberally frack.
Yeah,
that's liberal, right? You're liberally fracking. I don't know.
If we get into this, we'll be going for a little bit longer. Yeah. But it's the goalposts have shifted so far. I was watching Jimmy Dore. He is a real liberal, and he was showing someone. He was a Reagan era conservative, who's now an anti-Trump liberal. Mm-hmm. Just because that's how far things have shifted one way or the other.
Yeah. It seems like. It just seems if you have a foundation of values and you don't move from them, you're immediately like right wing or something. Yeah. And it's really crazy. And even Obama to some is like some kind of crazy right winger now, or like
because he said
he's making
woke culture has gone too far.
Yeah, Trump's pretty liberal if you ask me.
Well, he's been a Democrat, a New York Democrat since he's been around.
Yeah.
And now apparently he's this. That's my favorite thing, and we can end on this if you want. Trump is super mega ultra Hitler. The government is run by a bunch of triple Nazis, but they should take our guns away from us.
Yeah, they don't make no bit of sense. You can't fix stupid.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I could talk till I'm blue in the face about it. But dude, everybody check him out. Sinatra_says on YouTube, at Sinatra says on Twitter. Creep Sin, also one word, Creep Sin for his creepypasta narration. Yep. I love that shit too.
Thank you.
And yeah, man, subscribe to his stuff and check him out, man. He's got a lot of things to say and talk about. So, dude, thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. To play us out, I'll play something. Since it's the holidays, I'll keep playing do one of my Rob Webb Christmas. I'll do Baby Please Come Home.